Section 2.6 talks about how to construct objects, and we've done this already. We just haven't really talked about it. We've constructed new string objects, and in this section we're going to construct rectangles. Now to be able to construct rectangles, we need to import a file here, and so we're going to type in import java.awt, which stands for Abstract Windowing Toolkit. Okay, and the rectangle class is contained in there. I think it's capital R. Yeah. Okay, so once we import that, we have access to the rectangle class and we can create rectangle objects. So how do we do that? Well, we tell the computer what type of object we want to create. Rectangle. We give it a name. And then to construct it, we have to use the new operator. Okay, and that tells the computer we're going to build a brand new rectangle, and it's going to do the job and then spit that rectangle back into a variable called myRectangle. But in order to build a rectangle, we should give it some starting values. And so rectangles are comprised of 4 pieces of information: the x and y coordinates for the top left corner, and picture that on a graph or a screen or something, and then the height and the width. And so those are the 2 things that we figure out. So, and it's width before height. So we're going to go x first, so we'll say 5, and then for the y value we'll say 10. So 5 pixels over from the left, 10 pixels down from the top. And then we give it the length, and we'll make this one 20 pixels by 30 pixels, and that's 20 pixels wide, 30 pixels tall. And that's a rectangle. Now, it's not going to be drawn anywhere on the screen. This rectangle just exists sort of in your imagination. To the computer, a rectangle is just 4 numbers: 5, 10, 20, 30. And it knows that this is x, this is y, this is width, and this is height. And side note, it's height, not height. There is no such word as height. That's wrong. It's just height. Width and height. Personal pet peeve of mine. So that's how you build a rectangle. Drawing it on the screen is a different process, and we'll get to that a little bit later, but this is the way a rectangle works. Now we can ask myRectangle for information. So we can say int result equals myRectangle.getWidth. And then we can say, oops, did we run into a problem here? Oh, yeah, it's stored as a double value because it can have decimals, so I should make result a double. So then I can print that out, system.out.println result. And if I run that, we get 20. And that was the width. We could also ask it for its height. And its height is 30. Okay, so that is how rectangles are constructed. You should be able to answer the questions, self-check questions on page 46.